Hey YouTube, this is Matt, the Lawn Care Little Guy, and I'm coming to you today by the grace of God. And what I'm going to do is yesterday I recorded a video, and it was kind of my thoughts on the Toro Timemaster. So this video is for someone who may be considering to buy it or not to buy it, and there's a lot of videos out there. There's a lot of videos that are for it, and there's a lot of videos that are against it. And I've had mine. This is my second year. Last year it was my primary mower. This year it's kind of like my 50-50 mower. I use it half the time. And I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on it. And these thoughts may be valid to you. They may not be valid to you. Johnny Mow just did a video about picking mowers and about how you really got to pick the right mower for your area and for what it is that you're doing. And I completely and wholeheartedly agree with that. So I just want to tell you what I use mine for. Mine, I use it on flat, small lawns, and we're in Bermuda here. I have some grass that's rye, I have some grass that's fescue, but overall almost all of my grass is Bermuda. I typically cut it between 2 inches to 2.5 inches, okay? And lately we've been getting a lot of rain. Well, I say a lot of rain this year, but consistent rain, I guess. You know, we don't go really more than 2 or 3 weeks without getting some kind of precipitation around here in Oklahoma. So we're usually kind of dried up at this point. So I've used it in all kinds of conditions. I've used it in wet, I've used it in dry, I've used it in tall, I've used it in short, but it's almost all Bermuda, practically all Bermuda. And I've used it as a primary mower, and I've used it as kind of a backup or a secondary, or you know, an alternate mower. So that's kind of the perspective that I'm coming from. I can't tell you how many hours I have on it. I don't use hour meters. I wish I did, but I just haven't really sprung to buy that type of stuff, and I'm really poor with my maintenance anyway. So I'm not sure if, even if I did count my hours, I would actually stick to the maintenance schedule like I'm supposed to. So with that in mind, enjoy the review and let me know what you think. Let me know if you're one of those people that's maybe considering it. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments, and I'd be happy to get to those and answer those. And it might end up as a topic on maybe YouTube Live or something like that. So anyways, enjoy the video. We'll see you afterwards. All right, so I'm going to point out a few features, and I'm going to start. I apologize if there's a lot of background noise, but I'm going to start with talking about some of the performance, just generally speaking, how satisfied I am with it, and then I'm going to kind of talk about some of the features. The features being that it's a 3-in-1 type mower, very common for residential. It's a bagger, a mulcher, and a side discharge, or what I like to call beast mode. So I guess, how do I like it? I actually love it. I know that there's a couple different things, or a couple different viewpoints on the Timemaster, but I'm one of the guys that loves it. Not everybody loves it, and I think a lot of it has to do with the type of grass that we mow, the humidity, just all kinds of things, right? How clean we keep our decks versus and how sharp the blades are. There's just so many different variables in it. But my advice basically to anybody who might be considering the Timemaster is, you might love it, you might hate it, I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through these 3 different functions and tell you what I think about how it performs in those 3 functions, and then I'm just gonna kind of ramble on about it. So I'm no expert on the mowers. There's probably better reviews on this type of stuff, but hey, if you're watching my channel and you're thinking about a Timemaster, here's my 2 cents. So here we go. All right. So basically, this mower can either mulch, it can rear discharge or bag, or it can side discharge. All right. Here's our side discharge right there, and I call it beast mode because I think it's its most effective function. It side discharges amazing. Even wet grass, the side discharges amazing. Okay, now but the trick to that is keeping your deck clean. Okay, your deck clean, your blade sharp, always, no matter what. Mulching, it's okay. If I were to put it on a scale of 1 to 10 on mulching, I'd probably give it about a 7. Okay, that's not very good in my opinion. When I'm looking at mulching, what I consider good is like 9 or 10, all right? 7 is just like, it's probably at least average, maybe a little bit higher than average. I might even rate this as a 6 when it comes to that. Now, bagging feature, the bagging, it also does pretty good. I do quite a bit of bagging with this one. I like to do it with this one as opposed to my 21 Honda, mainly just for the same reason that it's a 30-inch mower, right? It also comes with a huge bag. So basically, here is where we hook the side discharge. Oh man, I don't even have my chute. I might have to reshoot this, I don't know. But we hook the side discharge right here, and it's a little flimsy. The little tabs break off. Maybe I'll show you a little clip later on, okay? Now the bag here, here's our bag. The bag is huge. The bag is massive, right? So let me take the bag off. There we go. The bag is huge. It's wide, just like the mower is. You got your mulching plug right here, and the way this guy comes out is got a little tab, and you pull it out. So see, you got your little tab. It just hooks in there, and you shove it back in. It might be a little cheesy, a little chintzy, I don't know, but it seems to work out pretty well. I imagine you could leave it out, even if you're side discharging or mulch. Well, you couldn't mulch with it out, but even if you side discharge. But it does pretty good overall. I can see the complaints. It may be a little bit underpowered, okay, but I bought this mower last year, and it was my primary mower, and they did upgrade the engine, okay? It's now 10 foot-pounds of gross torque, and it's a 223cc engine. It didn't used to be that. I can't remember what it used to be, but it was smaller than that. So they beefed up the engine a little bit, and I think it has helped out with power. Now, I did use a commercial because I had this one in for warranty work once, and I had the commercial version, and I thought it was underpowered. And it had the smaller engine. Even though it was a commercial engine, it was smaller, and I think it was a little bit underpowered. I did not like it. Okay, so as far as mulching goes, I would give it also probably or 6 or 7. Bagging, I might give it like an 8. And for side discharge, beast mode, we're going 10. All the way with 10. Okay, we got these tires here, right here. They're a little bit wider than your normal. They're also rubber. They're rubber, which is pretty nice. I like that. And then you have two adjustments for your height. You can adjust the front height, and you can also adjust the rear height back here. Now Toro, they don't use numbers, they use letters. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you can't. But there's actually A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and those all represent a height. But what I do is I don't even know what they represent. Oh, here we go. See that? I'm not sure what they represent, but I just find the height that I like, and I just say, oh, I'm going to cut it on E, or I'm going to cut it on D, whatever. Okay? So that's that. You got your air filter housing right here, pretty easy to get to. Gas fill. It's a pull start, recoil start, and let's see here. It's got 2 blades. They do pretty good. And here's a function I like that's not available on the commercial. You can actually store. This is like the quick store. So there you go. Now it's upright. You just pull this little handle, and it comes down. Okay, and there's a couple different positions on this. Okay, there's one right here, there's one right here, and there's also one back here. Okay, so I really like that. That saves room on the trailer, and it's really also nice when you're trying to replace the blades, because you can tip this mower up and then really get to the bottom side. Something else, the self-propelled. The self-propelled I would actually rate as lower, probably on the scale of more like a like maybe a 4 or a 5 as far as actual power. But consider this, you got a 30-inch mower, it's running 2 blades, right? And you're also asking it to self-propel itself, and this is also a pretty heavy mower, all right, compared to your 21s. Now, when I say I rate it low, that is not the personal pace system that I'm rating. I'm just rating it on its ability to pull you around the yard. I love the personal pace system. This works really well. I prefer it much rather than the extra levers, like having one like this for the blade engagement. and also having one for the self-propelled. That's where my Honda is, and I don't particularly care for it after using this personal pace system. So love personal pace, but I think it lacks a little bit of power on the self-propelled. I might have to actually adjust the cable a little bit. Maybe it's just getting a little stretched out. I don't know. Now, would I recommend it for flatland? Yes, I would. Would I recommend it for hills? No, I would not. I think you're really looking for an underpowered mower at that point if you're going to do significant hills. So I would not do that. Here's a blade engagement. It's got a blade stop. So basically the way that works is you got to pull this little blue lever up and then pull this in, and then your blades are engaged. Maybe I'll start it for you. I don't know. But you've heard on some of my other videos when it starts up, and it does pretty good. Trying to think of what else here. What else we got here? The cut quality, I think, is very good. Is it excellent? No, I don't think it's excellent, but I believe it's very good. And it's also got a cleanout port here. I never, ever use a cleanout port. I just tip it up, use a pressure washer. That's what I do. I know some guys don't like that because of the bearings, but that's what I do. Let's see here. Are the claims that actually cuts your mowing time down 30%? Are they true? I found that to be true. This is one of the best purchases I made last year, and it really put me over the top for my production last year. I went from 17 lawns to like 27. Okay, that's a huge jump, and it's because of this mower. Now, would you say, would this replace your 22-inch mower? No, it does not, because I have some lawns where there's a lot of obstacles to go around, and this 30-inch, even if it can fit in between them, it's a little bit cumbersome, and I prefer the 21. Also, some of my lawns, because of the contour of the terrain, this just doesn't look good when I mow it. It looks better with the 21. So even though this is faster, it doesn't look as good. So I like to do what makes the lawn look best. So some lawns I still use the 21 on just because it looks better. Others, I use it because it's more compact and I can get around obstacles better and in between obstacles better. So I prefer the 21. This could still do the job though. So I would not recommend getting rid of your 21 just yet. There are some other folks out there. I know Johnny Moe has all but, at a time, eliminated 21, and he's got 2 Timemasters that he runs, and he's one of the guys that really put me over the top in buying this, and I'm glad I did it. So what else is there? Oh, here's another thing. It's a pull start, but it's the kill switch right here. Something I found with this, it works really well, but you got to hold it for a second. If you don't hold it long enough, then it'll actually just restart itself. It doesn't completely die and it restarts itself. So that's kind of a drawback to it. What else here? What else? What kind of maintenance have I done to this? Not much, honestly. I'm really horrible with maintenance, to tell you the truth. I haven't even changed the oil yet. No, I've changed the oil in it once. Same thing, there's no drain plug. You just got to suck it out. And let's see here. Here's where we add the oil. You just stick a little sucker thing down in there and you suck it all out, or you can tip the mower over, but I think most of us prefer to suck it out. Trying to think what else. I haven't changed belts yet. I had some warranty work on it. It was the first day I took it out there and it blew ahead. But my dealer was real good, provided me excellent service, even gave me the loaner, and I couldn't wait to get this one back. The other thing, I've done another video. I'm not sure if I got it posted because I was having trouble with my software, but there's an idler pulley under here, right? Very common for that to bust out, and it did it on my last lawn of last year. The very last cut on my last lawn of last year, and it went out. And then I got the idler pulley. It's about 25 bucks. Put it on there. It's been working fine. What else we got here? That might be just about it. So if I were to rate this mower from a 1 to a 10, how would I rate it? I would rate it an 8. An 8, guys. Now that's just how my business is set up, because I do small residential lawns, and this mower is amazing for that. I do only flat yards for the most part. I have very few hills. This mower is amazing for flat terrain. I do mostly mulching and side discharge. This mower is great at that, particularly side discharge or beast mode. Beast mode, y'all. Let's see here. Is it built excellent? It's built well, but it's not built like commercial. Okay, so the side discharge is a still plastic, and oh, here we go. Here's these little tabs. Those things are a little breaking off. That's what holds the side discharge chute in part, and they're kind of breaking off a little bit. Not a big deal to me, right? I don't know if it's worth the $800 extra for the commercial. So I'm gonna flip this around now. So I would recommend it to you guys that are doing flat residential lands. It's definitely worth the money compared to the commercial, and very satisfied. Very satisfied. But this is my second year. This is now like a 50-50 mower because I got my zero turn now, my 34 Gravely. Maybe one day I'll do a review on that as well. I know that this wasn't comprehensive, but I hope it was helpful if you're trying to make a decision. Overall, very satisfied. Very few problems with the mower, although I have had problems. Worth the money, and it's been excellent for my business. Been a game changer for my business. So anyways, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm partial to Toro, no doubt, but this mower is a lot of the reason why that is. So hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you later.